Yeah, when I was in Vietnam, the first thing they did is they sent me to an air cavalry unit. Um, it was the unit that was called Charlie Troop of the 717th Cav. My very first mission was on my 25th birthday, and that almost was my last mission. We were the day before we had one of our Hueys shot down, and the crew chief was medevaced out, and we'd heard that a battalion-sized unit had come into a certain area that was not too far from us, and that's about maybe 400 or 500 men, and so we were wanting to find out where they were at and engage them. And so we were flying in an area that had a lot of rice fields, but it also, in between the rice fields, we had a lot of jungle. And so there was one area that about the size of a football stadium. And so my job was to come down to where this oval was, try to go from 1,500 feet down to where that was. And then what I was supposed to do was come down and stay near the top of the trees, go fairly slow, and if I got shot at, I would go back over the trees and have cover. But I was in a big hurry. This was my first mission, and so I was trying to go from 1,500 down to the ground as fast as I could. And so I really just dropped the power right out of the thing. I was going so fast that I missed my target, and I got way out in the rice field away from the trees, way away from the trees, and so I didn't have any cover at all. And as soon as I got out there, they opened fire. I was taking fire right away, and about the length of a football field, all I could see was muzzle flashes. Every time you see a muzzle flash, you know somebody just shot a bullet like right at you. Okay, and I'm looking at dozens of flashes all up and down, one after another after another. And so I was flying out of trim like this and sliding over to where the tree line was. And from where I was probably exposed for, I don't know, maybe as long as 7 seconds. But in 7 seconds, there were several rounds that were being shot at me. And in order to get back over the treetops, I had to get real close to one section of where they were. And so I'm flying along, my gunner's out to the left, the tree line is to the left. He's sitting there with a M60 machine gun, John Wayne style. But after about 7 seconds, I managed to get over the treetops and get out of there. And then after that, the Cobras come in and all the other fireworks start. But I was probably exposed for, I don't know, maybe 7 seconds or so, and so I had several rounds shot right at me, and somehow, miraculously, they didn't hit me or the helicopter or my gunner or anything. So that was one of the closest calls that I ever had.